Chinese name. I don't remember how to say it. And she said, I always hated it and I wanted something that was more feminine. And so she chose Spring. And I'm like, well, that is a big improvement. Yes. From making your name 1,000 cicadas in English is not going to work out, if you want some friends.
I would have wanted to know from my parents, what made you name your child, let's say, after 1,000 crickets?
Yeah, well, you know what it was? The way it sounds in Chinese is good for it's fortuitous.
Okay.
So that's how a lot of Chinese names are actually picked. Sometimes Chinese babies don't have a name for a month or 2 months because they're waiting for the spiritual person, to give them the right name, and they're very superstitious, and it's really interesting, so a lot of times it's just about good fortune. That name will bring you good luck.
What about movies and future anticipations for movies and maybe TV shows and anything like that? I mean, do you have any of that coming up pretty soon? Like, are you working on that, or is it a possibility? Because I mean, your book topic sounds like kind of like it could be like a TV show, like Sex and the City, where you showing daily lives and every day. I would really love to see, your book going to a pilot of that.
Right.
What about you? Would
I
you like to go that route?
I would, and I put a call out recently to friends about networking, and I recently spoke with the two men who produced Tales from the Tunnel. That was an off-Broadway play here in New York, just about subway experiences, and they're trying to bring that play back to life.
Okay.
And so one of the guys is actually a writer for TV shows, scriptwriter, I believe, and the other guy who works with him on the play is an actor. And so anyway, I don't know what will happen, but we've both read each other's stuff, and there's a lot of synergies there. And I told them that I would love to work with them to get that up and running. But that's more their thing. It would be more like a partnership. But I definitely see this as something that could be on TV. I see it as even excerpts, snippets in movies, because it's very theatrical.
Okay.
And I actually, I studied acting when I was younger.
Really?
Yeah, I did. And for a while, I thought I wanted to be an actress. So I don't know the best way to pitch myself or my book rather for something like that, but I'm glad that you brought that up because it's definitely something that's been in the back of my mind. And
another thing I like about it is that with your world travels and sometimes being African American, sometimes media might have a tendency to place us in like what they call a new urban category.
Yeah.
But your world travels involves you to be multicultural.
Right.
So to speak from your experiences, I think that would be much more broader than just
Yes.
a general topic.
Yes.
I would hate to see somebody try to generalize you when you're an international writer.
Exactly.
Right.
I think
Absolutely.
it's a great point, and it's true. And that's how I like to present myself. Actually, I had a lot of people tell me not to go to Taiwan.
Really?
A lot of other African Americans. Oh, they're racist over there. You're gonna have a terrible time. And that never crossed my mind. I wasn't raised that way. I was raised by a father who had experienced segregation, and so I was always raised. You can do whatever you want, So I was like, nothing will hold you back, and that's how I acted when I was in Taiwan. I think that's what allowed me to do so much, be on TV, be on radio, and I never got upset when someone came up to me. Actually, when I was in Taiwan, people would come up to me and say, "Induren ma, Induren," and I was like, "What does Induren mean?" And it meant Indian. They kept thinking I was Indian. Yeah, and so I would go, "No, Megworen, Wosho Ingwen," and then they go, "Oh, Megworen," and then they're like, "I want you to be my teacher. I love English," and it would just be a whole dialogue. I had people coming up and asking me to teach them how to rap. Oh,
braid hair.
Yeah.
Obviously,
yes.
because she's African American, she can braid.
Yeah, and that was in the story.
That was
and I
funny.
was
That's
like,
in one of the stories that you have
I give mad props to the women that can do cornrows. You don't want me to do any cornrows on you. I will do a terrible job. So I would always make jokes about it because it's like, I'm not going to waste my time to be upset, but because these are local, the Taiwanese people, this is new for them to be able to speak to another person from another country, whether black, Hispanic, whatever, just the pure fact that they feel comfortable to come up and talk to me. And I would say, you know what, I'm not really a rapper.
Right.
I'm a writer. I love poetry,
Right.
similar to rap, and I would talk about poetry. Sometimes people would ask me if I can teach them how to dance. I'm like, sure, I'll teach you how to dance. And I would talk about all different types of dancing, not just, hip hop. I love salsa dancing. I taught a salsa class in my school. And these are people who don't even like to hug each other that much.
They're not a warm people.
So to have students that don't really know each other, like trying to hold each other and doing the turns, and it was hilarious. But they got into it.
Now, one last question I have. Primarily, I would assume that you're catering to your target audience or demographics would be young adults to seniors. Do you find yourself maybe expanding to children and things like that as far as books and being an novelist like you are? Would you think that's possible? Or
wow, I never even thought about that. That's a great question.
You're like a great muse over here.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna have to write some of these ideas down.
Well, working with Miss Gabie, she brings me out.
Yeah.
Tell people all kinds
No,
of
that's
stuff.
great. It's funny you asked that. My parents have been involved with children books in the past. And I have an 8-month-old at home, and I already, been throwing books at her. She knows how to turn the pages already. So, I think that's interesting because I think that there is a way to teach some multicultural values to children at a young age, early on, and through travel. And I'm sure it's been done already, but I think that's really interesting, and I would not turn opportunity to do that down. So maybe I'll add that to the list. I have a long list of projects, so
I'm sure.
I'll add that to the
we'll
list.
Be right along to help you promote and follow you along on your journey.
Great.
Seriously, anytime.
Any way we can help.
Yeah, any way. I mean, anytime you need to come up, promote. You have a venue that we're available for. We'll come out, film, and get some coverage. We're looking about advancement.
Great.
And I'm good at guerrilla filming, meaning that we can go on set,
Right.
do what we have to do.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's like another study in itself.
Yeah, which is great.
So because sometimes it's hard to get permits and things.
I know.
Yeah, like this little ditty we put together.
Yeah,
It was great.
no,
This was
was
fun.
good.
This is fun. Real quick before we close out, because you brought up that you have a beautiful, you must see her picture. She's just beautiful. Traveling with the baby.
Done it, and it's easy when they're very small. When she was 3 months, we took her on a plane and took her to San Antonio, Texas for, we tagged along on my husband's business trip. I was like, you're not leaving me home alone.
Right.
I'm going with you. And it was really easy. The airlines today really try to accommodate parents. And we're going to most likely, we're definitely going somewhere this summer with her. We may go down to DC in a few months, and it'll be a drive-in trip.
Right.
But, it's actually easier than most people think. I think the biggest hump to get over is making the decision to do it.
Okay.
And you just plan. You plan ahead. You have your list of things you need. You bring a big bag of all types of stuff on the plane with you so that if she's hungry, if she pooped her pants, whatever, you're covered.
Right.
And you just carry it on, and it's really enjoyable to have those photos of yourself traveling with your child at such a young age.
Beautiful. We're gonna have to close out because our time is coming to an end. But like I said, it was a pleasure having you. There's still so much to cover. Let's go to Encounters with Strangers.
Yes.
Don't forget Amazon.com.
Yes.
BarnesandNobles.com. Or is it BNA.com now? I think they changed it.
Yeah,
But look, Google Barnes and Noble. You'll find it. But it's on there.
Yes.
Encounters with Strangers is the blog.
Yes.
Facebook page.
Facebook, Nubia Wilson.
Okay.
Yes.
Instagram,
Nubia Wilson as well, and then Twitter, City Encounters.
City Encounters.
Yes.
That's it.
Thank
Hopefully
you.
we'll see you again.
Yes, thank you so
Mama.
much.
Thank you. DJ Kevin Safa, let's close this out. That's the Miss Gabie Show. I'm Miss Gabie, DBNEB Music. See you next time.
Yeah, I hear you.
Everything.
Let me talk to him. Could this be any clearer? I'm only twice as fresh when I'm here in the mirror. Being to the pad is more than the sword. It amplifies abilities, so I go hard. Quit with the questions, let's keep them guessing. Hating is a metaphoric form of expression. Calibrated, demonstrated, going worldwide, bro. Go ahead, Google me, swag got the ego. No need for me to even try to speak on it. Hate all you want to, cause I'ma sleep on it. Quick suggestion, who are you testing? Patience is a virtue, I learned that lesson. But keep pressing, there's no resting. I'm out doing me at the top of my profession. I'm only much more better I does, and feel much more confident than I was.
If I can do everything, I would do everything, 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 everything. Oh, yeah. Oh, if I can do everything, I would do everything, 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 everything. Oh, yeah.
I'm better than the best of me and fresher than the rest of me. I guess you can place this piece in my anthology. Gone for a minute, but it seems like forever. Could I ever stop this? No, like never. Give me a challenge, I'm my own sequel. Crush the first verse with the second that I do. Grammar so positive, knowledge is what I live. Hate is the anonym of love, so keep it real. How could you hate on this? You helped make this. Call me the worldwide poster child for greatness. Hearing all the gibberish, seeing all the bitterness. I'm being pretty clear with this. Tell me what the business is. We all stacking paper. See no reason for a global vow hater. SOS hater. See you bye hater. Ain't nothing greater. So call me the mayor.
If I can do everything, I would do everything, 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 everything. Oh, yeah. Oh, if I can do everything,
I can do it all.
do everything.
You know that's everything.
Everything, everything.
I go at it.
Oh,
Yo, BL, talk to him.